Welcome back! I'm about to start the Neverwinter Nights 2 rendition of Icewind Dale. And, yes, I'd like to start the campaign now. Off we go.
Our tale begins here, in the quiet fishing village of Easthaven, one of the so-called 10 towns of Icewind Dale. The tiny community is hardly a town, but rather a collection of ramshackle huts crowded together upon the icy shores of Loch Dinneshere. Here, within a dimly lit tavern, a group of travelers sit huddled around a table, swapping tales and making grand plans for the future, completely unaware of the part they are to play in the events that are about to unfold.
What's this? New face in town, eh? Well met, stranger. The name is Hrothgar, originally of Hillsfar. But now, after years of traveling up, down, and under Faerun, I am content to call this town my home. Who might you be?
I'm wondering if he actually shows up in Hillsfar. That's an ancient video game. That's back in Pools of Radiance time. I've never actually played Hillsfar.
Welcome to Easthaven. Whatever your business in these parts might be, I would offer you this small piece of advice. While you're in my town, you do well to be on your best behavior. These folk are under my protection, and anyone who would seek to do harm to them in any way shall answer to me. That said, I'll let you get back to your cups. I'm sure you've had a long journey, and you'll find there's no better way to shake off the cold of the road than by downing a few mugs of Grisella's best. And if you're in need of lodging, I would recommend talking to Quimby over at the Snowdrift Inn over on the east side of town. Equipment and supplies can be purchased next door at Pomab's Emporium. Pomab's prices are a bit high, even for a Kalashite. But you'd be better off well-equipped and short of coin than the other way around. Ill-prepared travelers don't last long in these parts. Once you've had a chance to rest up and get your bearings, come by and see me at my house. It's just a couple doors west of here. There's some business I would discuss with you. Farewell.
Farewell. Okay. Hina has a club.
Step with me. Come on.
Yes.
Everybody else
Yes.
has only
What
what
do
they're
you want?
wearing.
Come with me.
Why do you have identify? Okay.
I'm ready if you need me.
Follow. I believe so. Do it.
You have nothing prepared. Summon creature, shield of faith. Is it one character? It's one character. Town hero Hrothgar has been talking about forming an expedition into the mountains near Koldahar. There's something strange going in there, presumably, supposedly. Take bless. Light, inflict minor wounds, virtue. Let's see if it can let me rest. If it'll let me rest. Nope, no resting allowed in this area.
Is there something you want?
Yes, that's my barbarian.
I believe so. Follow. Do it.
I'm ready if you need me. Come with me.
You follow behind me, all right?
It's mice and men.
Come with me.
And Mancy and Nadine. Mancy and Nadine. I should have gotten it.
Yes.
I did a random thing for Mancy. I should have given her a name, another one too. Okay. You know what? before we go to Pumabs, we're gonna go around and do some other stuff.
I greet you.
I'm surprised you saw me as deep into the daydreaming as you seem to be. Your time might be better spent fishing in the lake than in your dreams. Well, perhaps so, but my luck's not been what it has been in the past. I head further out, but there's no fish to be found. Even my dreams have been troubled by it. What kind of dreams? Well, there's a woman. Don't give me that eye. It's not like what you think. She walks upon the surface of the lake as if it were flagstones instead of waves. She doesn't say anything. She just sings beautiful songs, but I can't understand a word. Well, if your dreams are your only worry, Jonah, your life can't be too bad. Dreams should be a comfort, not a curse. I'll do that from Delinia. Oh, wow. Oh, dear. You pick different characters, you get different options. Some races that dwell beneath the sea, including the elves, don't speak as we do. Perhaps the woman is speaking to you, and speaking through dreams would not be beyond their talents. Truth be told, friend, damn it, there's no sense to it. These dreams are eating at me like a starving wolf. Huh? What? What? Not you, mice. Oh. Okay. I can barely hold a daily thought in my head before the memory of the dreams hounds its way back in there. By the hells, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Okay, it's all the same. If I can find some way to help you, Jonan, I will. I don't know how I can, but I'll see what I can find out. Hey, you're not playing on a man's hopes, are you? I'd be grateful to just one night of peace. I'll see what I can do. If I think anything, I will return. I like the interface they have for the chat. Did they also implement the really bizarre pathfinding that happens in Icewind Dale? That would be so very much... No, they didn't, because Neverwinter Nights also has bizarre pathfinding. And look, a sea spirit scratches the back of its head. The woman has the skin like the surface of the lake, light green hair, delicate features, like that of an elf. At your approach, she begins to sing a soft, flowing song like the sound of a great undersea current. But you have no idea why the song reminds you of that. In a moment, the song and the feeling passes, and the woman looks at you hopefully. Oh! Because she's an elf. As one elf to another, I ask that you speak in the tongue of those that walk upon the land. What has brought you from your home in the lake, sister? The woman looks pained, but she does not respond. Are you the woman that Jonan sees in his... Yeah, look. Be gone from here, spirit. If you are seen on these shores again, plaguing the pound folk, I'll see to it you're gutted like a fish. Won't talk, eh? Perhaps some steel would teach you to speak up when your betters address you. Very well, then. Best conceal yourself if you don't want the other townsfolk to see you. No. That's song. Are you the woman that Jonan sees in his dreams? Jonan? Yes, Jonan. You are the woman from his dreams, aren't you? Yes, I spoke to him recently. Oh, yeah. Yes. Have your eyes fallen upon him? Do you know where it is he walks? That's singing, I think. Yes, I spoke to him. We spoke to him recently. He sees you in his dreams, but he doesn't know what you want of him. What do you want? I am the calling Alicia of the Sky's Mirror. My heart is Jonan's, but he cannot see me in the flesh, or else I will become as the currents upon the shore. A gift do I have for him from one of his blood long ago, who also held my heart, but not as Jonan holds it now. A gift? What do you mean? Many reflections of the moon have come and gone since the day in which the one of the blood of Jonan fell beneath the waters of the lake. He fought the last of the great white serpents that swam upon the northern winds. The Queen Mother Ikasarak, who now lies without a life on the bed of the lake. A promise was made, and I must honor it. What promise is that? The one from whom Jonin comes asks I see his blade return to those of his blood, if the Queen Serpent Ikasarak drank his life. She did, but not before he dealt her a mortal blow. From the depths of the lake I have brought the fire-shaped steel that ended her life. It is intended that it be belonging of Jonin now. So you wish to return the sword of Jonin's ancestor to him, but you cannot because the sight of you will make you stream away to water? It is one of the laws in the lands beneath the lake's mirror. Will you give this to Jonin and tell him my heart? My songs are his, my heart is his.
We'll see it return to Jonin. Yep.
Here then, I entrust this to your keeping until your path crosses with that of Jonin. Return when you have given it to him. I must know if it has found its way back to its home. I'll return when I've given it to Jonin. Alicia, farewell. Okay. I think it's really nice that when there's a dialogue option that other characters don't have, that there's a little bubble that appears on that. And bizarre pathfinding. Go.
I greet you.
Jonin, I think I found the reason for those dreams you're having. The woman in your dreams is a sea spirit. Jonin, her kind speak through song, which is why you couldn't understand her. A lake spirit, actually, because we're on a lake. A sea spirit? What does she want? Why the dreams? She's one of the spirits of the lake that seek to lure men to their deaths. No. Her name is Alicia. Speaking through her dreams is one of her talents. Of her race. She speaks to you because she loved one of your ancestors and has carried a promise for him for many years. One of my ancestors? Why come to me then? Your features remind her of him, and your heart is as strong, but if not stronger. She has come to love you, but she cannot let you see her in the flesh. She wishes to give you something that belonged to your ancestor, if you would take it. Here it is. Shattered Braid of Ahonin, the ancestor of Jonin. Honin must be the surname. Maybe. Your features remind her of him, and your heart is as strong, if not stronger. She has come to love you, but she cannot let you see her in the flesh. Here. Aye, of course I will take it. Here. You are, then it's the blade your ancestor used against Ikasarak, the last of the white dragon matriarchs. It lay within the dragon's heart for almost a century at the bottom of the waters. Carry it well, and know that Alicia loves you. Your dreams shall trouble you no more. By the spite of the world, even shattered this blade's a wonder, but no more dreams, you said? Aye, well, I'll miss them, actually. Her songs, beautiful, simply beautiful.
I tell her, Jonin, farewell.
I warn you, things that bug me get stomped on. Ah, yeah! Goodbyes.
I like that voice is. I know I'm falling into the stereotype of the wolf being the beast, but actually it's more of a stereotype now for the wolf, for the most bestial to be the most intelligent.
Would you like something?
Yes, I returned the blade to him.
You have my gratitude. Please take this shaped piece of sand which I have taken from the bed of the lake. I have heard that those that walk upon land value such things.
All right. Thank you.
More importantly, that gave us 200 XP.
Is there something you want?
Okay. Oh, can I go in there? Oh, I forgot to put my timer on. I'm going to put it on at 7 minutes. Actually, I'm going to put it on at 8 minutes. It's probably not that much left time. I probably have way over time. See if there's anything in here. Nope, it's just a room. Let's see if there's anything in here. Okay.
Good tidings to you.
Can I help you with something? I want to ask you some things about Easthaven. Easthaven, lived here for quite a span I have. Things have been getting worse of late. Do you mean the weather? The weather's been going from bad to worse. Never seen it get so cold this early in the year. There's no sign of it letting up. With all this snow that passes to the south, we're going to get snowed in early. Very well. I want to ask you about some other things about Easthaven. Easthaven lived here quite a span. Things have been getting worse of late, though. Do you know where I can find Hrothgar's house? Yeah, it's in the center of town. It's the one with the gaps in the overhang. Hrothgar swears he's going to fix it, but I'll believe that when I see it. He's always running around trying to take care of everyone else. Why are you going to see him anyway? Planning to join his expedition? Expedition? Yeah, word is Hrothgar's been so rattled by that messenger from Koldahar collapsing dead at the front door of the Temple of Tempest that he wants to put together a band to go see what's going on down south. What did this messenger say? Damned if I know. Only Everard over at the Temple in Hrothgar would know for sure, I suppose. Still, if it's enough to get the two of them riled up, I can't be good. Maybe I'll ask them about it. In the meantime, I wanted to... Okay, I must take your... I'll ask you some other things about Easthaven. But no, can you tell me a little bit about the town? Well, since you're new to town, you'll probably want to get a room with a snowdrift inn. It's on the eastern side of town. The innkeeper Quimby's a right enough sort. He should have plenty of rooms available, but he just got an elf guest from the south, so at least one room is taken. Okay, here we go. Anything more? Aside from Quimby, there's Pumab's Emporium in the northeast part of town. He can be a right-ass Pumab can, so I hope you don't need to buy anything from that copper-clenching jackal. Wish that damn Kalashite had stayed down south with the rest of his kind. Okay, here we go. Gonna take my leave. Hey.
Good tidings to you.
Can I ask you some things about Easthaven? Worse? How? Well, there's been sightings of some goblins and such in the past. If you can believe that, they usually hole up in the spine of the world and kill each other. Some folk claim to even saw some orcs outside of town, but I'll wait until he sobers up before giving that any weight. I see. I want to ask you some other things. Well, I must take my leave. Farewell. Let's see what's in here.
Good tidings to you.
Oh, you, Fiddlebinder. I've heard of you. You live in that wrecked airship in Kuldahar, don't you? No, I don't. Who's Fiddlebinder? Who's Fiddlebinder? Huh. Well, I heard that he was a gnome who took up a shop in Kuldahar in this town south of here. You sure you haven't heard of him? I thought the two of you might be related. Yeah, we're all related because we're gnomes. Our kind really doesn't interbreed as much as you humans do. Whoa, my apologies, friend. Didn't mean any insult. Just trying to be friendly. Keep your... Alright, then I had some questions about Easthaven that you might be able to help me with. Easthaven lived here quite a span. Things have gotten worse of late, though. I heard some talks of goblins and orcs. Not only that, but there's been sighting of a wolf on the outskirts of town, too. We've been keeping an eye out for it, but it seems to be coming round just for a whiff of the fishbone carvings in Absol's workshop. Damn thing must be starving to risk showing itself beyond, around humans, though. Oh well, must take my leave. Farewell.
Well now, what do you want?
I want you to tell everybody to follow you.
Step with me. Come on. Follow along.
Is there something you want?
Oh! Tempest. I can make the barbarian flirt. Lovely.
Good tidings to ya.
I am an initiate here at the Temple of Tempest. I help Edvard maintain the temple armory and perform rituals. What kind of rituals? We celebrate the Feast of the Moon in the remembrance of the battle dead. We also sing the Song of the Sword at least once a 10-day. Because of the church's close proximity to the site of so many great battles, our congregation also has a local celebration to remember all of the mighty conflicts that have raged across Iceland Dale. The most important daily ceremonies are the Feasts of Heroes at high sun and the Song for the Fallen at sunset. That's interesting. Nice speaking with you, Akalia, but I must be off. And you, unfortunately, must die.
Hrothgar mentioned there were strangers in town. What is it you want?
His lips don't move. Interesting. Are you the high priest of the temple?
Yes, I am Everard. Everard of Tempus, battle priest of the Lord of Battles. What brings you here?
You carry the scars of war, Everard. Were you wounded in battle?
These eyes have seen battle, yes. And my skin bears the mark of swords and axes. That was long ago. Now my place is here.
Okay. Why would you leave battle behind?
Because there are many ways one may serve one's god. I am of the Order of the Broken Blade. My duty is to watch this place.
You don't sound too happy about that.
Yes, we were warriors. Wounded in battle, our injuries now keep us far from the front lines. Still, we are fit to guard holy sites to our Lord.
This is a holy site?
It is sacred to Tempus, yes. It marks the field where the barbarian Jared gave up his life ages ago. He lies encased in stone beneath this temple.
What happened?
Jared was a shaman who lived long ago. He brought unity to the northern tribes and led them to victory against the army of Arakan, at the cost of his life.
How did he die?
Once Arakan saw his army routed by Jared and the northern tribes, he sought to bring the Hells to his aid. Arakan opened a gate to the lower plains.
He brought demons to the battlefield? Northern tribes would have been destroyed.
I do not believe that. Jared did. It is said that Tempus himself appeared to Jared upon the battlefield, and Jared took that as a sign.
A sign to do what?
Jared believed Tempus was calling him to sacrifice himself for his people to ensure victory. And so he cast his body into the portal, his blood fusing it to stone. It lies entombed beneath the temple to this day.
Demons. Funny. Fun. This sounds really fun. And it's beneath this temple. Lovely. You don't
Jared
sound
had
like
no
you
need
agree.
to sacrifice himself. Tempest's appearance was a test of faith, proof Jared's people had already won the field that day. Jared failed his god and died a coward's death.
Are you sure his death was in vain? Jared did seal the portal.
One dies for Tempest with a blade in one's hand, not by martyring oneself within the embrace of infernal magics. Jared's duty was to stand with his comrades, not cast himself to his death when the field was already theirs.
I'm sorry, but you sound like you're a little bit bitter for being cast from the battlefield yourself.
Sacrifice? Let me say this of sacrifice, young one, then we shall speak of this no more. Sacrifice is a death that has meaning. When it is in vain, it is not sacrifice. It is a waste. That is the lesson of Jared Stone.
Yes, but excuse me for a moment. How do you know it was a waste? That's just your opinion. There's no way we can know for sure if he would have succeeded or not. And this stone is buried beneath the temple.
Aye, a great stone disc that holds Jared's corpse for eternity. And so I watch and guard it in Tempest's name. You are free to ask, traveler. I promise no answers. War is but one of Tempest's aspects. Warriors, true warriors, worship him as well.
That is... okay.
You are free to ask, traveler. I promise no answers. Yes, a man from Kuldahar found his way to our door, and he was dead by morning. He claimed he was a messenger from the Archdruid of Kuldahar.
And you don't sound convinced of that either.
The man spoke of disturbances in Kuldahar. His wounds prevented me from making any sense of his words. Perhaps Hrothgar understood more than I, for he's preparing an expedition.
Are you going on this expedition? No, my place is here. Were I involved, I would still not go. My injuries would only slow the expedition. I see.
You are free to ask, traveler. I promise no answers.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Out. And actually, we're going to save this. Because my timer went off. And I was already probably overrunning anyway. Save. Icewind Dale. Easthaven. And see you in a little bit, or in a while.